Truly an unexpected blow to a family grieving the death of a loved one now could change state laws thanks to Steve on Your Side. An apartment complex hit the family with an early termination fee for their mom's lease after their mom died.
A state law does prevent that unless death is included in the terms of the deal. Consumer investigator Steve Steger helped that family get that charge waived. And Steve, now there's movement to try to change that law.
Tom, there is. A Republican state lawmaker from northern Colorado heard the story we told you and decided to get involved. And in the meantime, we heard from another woman with a very similar story.
Mother is all over in the room right now.
As Patty Richardson gets the house ready for the season, she feels her mom's presence everywhere.
And the nativity scene was my mother's as well.
Though this year will mark the second Christmas without her.
I would think it'd get easier, but it doesn't.
A battle with dementia was tough enough. Patty's mom, Connie, died on June 22nd of last year. It was the second battle with the billing department at her mom's care home that really got to her.
They sent me a bill for 30 more days.
When Patty asked about it, she didn't get an explanation. She got a citation.
But you'll have to read your lease on page such and such and such.
Right there on page such and such, section F. Upon death of the resident, termination of the agreement will be effective 30 days after passing.
It was about another $4,000.
She paid it, stewed on it. Then she saw a Steve on Your Side story in April.
I thought, I need to let you know that he's not the only one out there.
I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Carlos Hernandez told us back then his family was hit with an early termination fee for his mom Letitia's lease when she died suddenly, uncovering a loophole in state law. While death usually leads to an automatic termination of a lease, state law says if it's included in the lease terms, it doesn't. After Steve on Your Side asked about it, we learned the company in Carlos's case wiped the bill clean.
We were happy for our situation, but also, discouraged that that practice is still out there.
So he went to his state lawmaker, Republican Larimer County Rep. Ron Weinberg.
I think there's something wrong with the law, how it's written for termination of death. I think something needs to be written in code.
Weinberg already has a bill drafted to change that.
My objective at this point is that death should be exempt.
He plans to introduce it this session.
I'm going to name it in honor of his mom.
It's good knowing that even in my mom's passing, she's going to do like she always did and possibly be helping others.
A tribute that could help families dealing with loss.
This isn't going to break the landlords either. To pass something that says upon death, that's it. Lease should be done.
The company that owned the home where Patty's mom lived hasn't responded to our request for comment on that term in their lease. I'm sure Patty and Carlos aren't the only two out there who have dealt with something like this. So if you have, our email is steveonyourside@9news.com. I'm Steve Steger, Steve on Your Side, 9 News.
Steve, for all the potential upside of getting income from a family where someone has died, the downside of asking for it is incredible. I'm just surprised this needs to be a law.
You think that people are already going through enough when they lose a loved one, and then to get that bill as you're trying to sort through everything from a funeral to an estate in general, you get an extra bill for something like this. It's a lot. And in both of these cases, the landlord said to the tenant, oh, no, look, right there, it's in the lease. Like they knew it was there. Hopefully this law will provide some clarity.
Quite surprising. Yeah. Thanks for doing that. Appreciate it, Steve.